It's June 30, no? The year of our Lord 2025. Uh, our topic for this blog is about the, the recent survey conducted by one survey outfit uh, called Tangerine. No? Tangerine. Uh, During the campaign, last campaign, there were information, pieces of information tagging Tangerine as uh, a survey outfit connected with the administration, particularly uh, Speaker Martin Romualdez. But anyway, that is not our topic for today. Just recently, they released a survey, and in that survey, uh, VP Sara topped the presidential survey with 35% score. Second was former VP Lenny Robredo with 19, then Bongo with 15. So Vice President, Bongo was leading Bam Aquino. At the end of the survey, Tanjeri lamented to the effect that if Marcos Jr. or the administration will support VP Lenny, uh, she will defeat VP Sara. As far as my analysis is concerned, that particular survey was released, to to uh, test the water, what will be the reaction of, say, Marcos Jr. and Martin Romualdez, and the reaction of the Pinks, uh, of VP Lenny, uh, as early as now. The camp of Marcos Jr. and the camp of the Pinks are probably strategizing, and they have realized that Sara Duterte is really a is really the person to to beat, in 2028, and none of them can face VP Sara one on one. Now, uh, that is also a manifestation that uh, the rumor that the Marcos Jr. camp and the Pink Lawans are already cooperating with each other, or are united against the Dutertes, and their supporters. Is that surprising? Of course not, no? Because as early as the first year of the Marcos Jr.'s administration, uh, obvious naman na they were already, uh, throwing VP Sara under the bus. No? The portfolio of the DND was not given to her. She was given the portfolio of the education department, but the Marcos Jr. administration conspired, no, to trap VP Sara with respect to the confidential fund issue. No? Kasi at the time, wala pa silang makitang issue on corruption against VP Sara. So they had to create a scenario, no, or an issue, no, na ma-accused nila si VP Sara na corrupt. Kasi sa lahat na pwedeng ibintang sa mga Duterte, yung pagiging corrupt ang imposible, no? Kasi wala silang record talaga na corrupt sila. At totoo yan. Anyway, that will be the political fight, no, in the run-up to 2028 presidential election. The Pinks and the Marcos Jr. Political group will unite, no, against VP Sara. They will field one candidate. No? They are looking at former VP Lenny, but si former VP Lenny kasi nag-mayor, no? Mayor siya ngayon sa Naga City. And wala pa rin siyang pronouncement kung she has, basically retreated, no, from the national political limelight. No? Umuwi siya sa Naga City. So, yung survey na yan, nagpapakita lang na they are, grooming, no, VP Lenny as an alternative to VP Sara and as an alternative to Martin Romualdez. But we cannot discount the possibility that Martin Romualdez will force his way into the race, no? Kasi nag-invest na siya eh. He has invested so much in his ambition to become president in 2028, no? And invested in the sense that he has embroiled himself into so many, corruption controversies, just so he could, muster, no, enough political capital to remove VP Sara through impeachment and disqualify VP Sara from running in 2028. In fact, even assuming na ma-remove nila si VP Sara, no, Martin Romualdez would, go against the candidate of the Pinks. No? But imposible niyan. No? I don't think they can remove VP Sara. So it will be VP Sara versus Marcos Jr. and the Pinks in 2028. And as the survey would show, malayo yung agwat. Hindi naman masyadong malayo. 35 versus 19, that's around 16 points, no, lead. So, pwede pang mahabol yan. Posible pa kasi yung undecided is around 10% sa survey na yun. No? So, we will see. No? We will see. While waiting for the elections, of course, the camp of Marcos Jr. and the Pinks would do everything, would use everything, no? Including the kitchen sink, They would throw everything and anything to VP Sara to make VP Sara look bad in the eyes of the Filipino electorate. But as long as her father remains a political juggernaut, no, uh, political force, kahit na wala siya dito, no, physically sa Pilipinas, nasa The Hague siya, the 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 idea itself, no, of Rodrigo Duterte unjustly detained in The Hague, that would create a sentiment, no, in favor of the Duterte family, particularly in favor of VP Sara. No? And we have tested that the potency of that collective sentiment, no? Last elections wherein the administration was defeated in Mindanao and in Visayas. Zero sila doon sa Mindanao. Zero din sila, almost zero din sila sa, well, hindi sila na zero dito sa Visayas, but majority, no? 60% more or less ang supporters ng mga Duterte sa Visayas. Mindanao, 90%, no? 90 or so percent. So, that's the message that that particular survey was trying to convey, no? And was trying to project. Parang nag-gaslight sila. Na ito yung situation ngayon. Well, assuming totoo yung survey figures, ito yung situation ngayon. Kung mag-election ngayon, si Sara ang nanalo, but second si Lenny, but may 10% na undecided at saka may around 7% si Martin Romualdez if Marcos Jr. and the Pinks would have one candidate, common candidate, and Marcos Jr. would endorse Lenny could defeat Sara. Parang ganon yung scenario. At saka si Bam will defeat Bongo. No? But can't you think of it? Does Marcos Jr. have an endorsement power? I don't think so. Wala na siyang endorsement power. In fact, lame duck na siya. Wala na siya. Propaganda na lang ang meron siya, no? At saka yung lakas ng loob at kapal ng mukha na, gagawin lahat kahit na illegal para lang talunin ang mga Duterte, no? At i-persecute yung mga political enemies niya. But kung dadaanin mo sa election, wala na. Wala siyang endorsement power na. In fact, kiss of death ang ma-endorse ni Marcos sa election. Nakita naman natin yan last elections, no? Na kiss of death talaga yung endorsement niya. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you.